Hi guys. Okay, well, um, we're gonna try to make something during the storm. Ay, ay, ay. I know I'm supposed to be doing something else, but this hit me, and I'm like, oh, well, because I found something, and then which led me to find this other thing, and I'm like, let's see if we can do one quick. Okay, remember we had this little kit that came, that was a oops thing, and I said it was going to be a surprise me thing. Well, we're going to do the surprise me. I know, we're going to try. So, what I have here, so the lights have been fluttering. I know. I got these, I don't know when, because I didn't write on them. They've been on the shelf for a little while, but I was looking for something else, and I found this. I know it's the problem. They were marked down to $1.37 at Michael's for Forever Go, and it says it's a sketchbook, so I'm guessing the pages are clear. It's stitched, but well, that doesn't matter because we're gonna unstitch them. Let me just save this because we're only going to work with one for now. But yeah, oh yeah, so it's just plain paper. So let me put that in here because we're gonna play with this one. Oh, it doesn't even have nothing on top. Anyway, and we'll save this for another rainy day, literally. Ha ha, da dun dun. Oh, I just saw on a reply before I started filming that up by Fort Worth they had a tornado that went through there earlier and flattened a little town out. People, come on, this weather's bad. Anyway, oh Lord. And then I'm going to use a piece of paper from this, the Park Lane, which is from Joann's, Mariposa. We use that on something else, but I needed a 12-incher to wrap around the thing. And then literally, these are just papers that are over here on the side in that I had grabbed for other things and did not use. Well, we're getting ready to use it. We're going to put some stuff in there. So let's see how quick we can. We're going to slap one together. All right, now I got to take the threads out. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I'm telling you, this is crazy. This weather is just something. All right, where's my little scissors? I know. It's easier to pull. I know a seam ripper works great, but, well, that's in another room. Holy smokes. Well, I printed a couple digitals out this earlier. Oh, so we at least have that because I have another small little Etsy share. I know, I got so much stuff to do, but I got so many things that are in there that I, haven't printed. Yeah, they meant this puppy to stay together. I know it's a shame I didn't use it for, and then it's like, like a plastic coated type thing, but well, we're going to cover it because I don't want black on here. I really did think it had other words on it, so that's why I pulled a piece of paper, because I'm like, well, we'll just cover that puppy up. I should do a black and white journal, but that's not what I'm, all these pieces of paper that's laying around says. And trust me, not much. Oh, yeah, and Karen, thank you for the weather. I know she's like, oh, well, you should have a break by now. Nope, I'm telling you, our weather thing says, well, it was 5 days yesterday, for 4 days, 4 more days that this stuff might come. So, but I think it updated to where 2 days, then we get a 2-day break, and then by gosh, if it's not coming back again. Anyway, as long as the roof stays on, I'm not complaining. I know, but oh my gosh, that road, like I said, the county just came, graded, put stone and everything on there, fixed that culvert, which I'm telling you, I don't know if it's, after the rain tomorrow, because it's supposed to rain for like the next 24 hours. So after the rain stops, I'm going to have to drive down there and look and see. I'm sure my neighbors will text me and tell me, oh, the road's impassable. because they always do. And let me tell you, if they can't get through, shoot, I can't get through. But, okay, after all that flapping, we have some great papers, which we'll use a couple of them, but like I said, you know, this is good, but, well, I wanted this on there because it goes with some of our other papers. So, let's see what this measures, and then we'll get our thingy out and cut. Oh, I didn't bring my... Oh, Lord. Is it still here? Oh, yeah. I didn't put it up. My wax linen. Okay, so it's 8. 8 by... Oh, man. Now, if that ain't by the skin of your teeth. 8 by 12. And we might have to trim a little of this off. I don't know. Okay, where's my cutty thing? I just can't believe this stuff. This rain. I know, I should have got more food yesterday. Oh, okay, so 8. Let's see where this is going to cut. Okay, we're not going to lose our bird, so yay. Oh, no. No. We cannot cut that stinking bird's head off. Oh, my Lord. That is wrong. But I want the blue in the bird cage. But what's the point of a bird cage if your bird's beheaded? All right, let's see. Do we want to just leave a little? All right, well, we can do that. We'll just leave a little black around there. I can't cut that bird's head off. That's just all there is to it. That's just wrong. No, I sound like Gail. But it is. It's just wrong. Oh, it's too late. I'm cut now. We had to save that. I mean, look at that. Oh, my gosh. I mean, can we put it? Would it fit in there? Oh. Maybe it could just be a page in there. No, I can't make it that thick, Candace. It's just a little dooboppy. All right. So let's see what we got. I know I'm probably going to have to leave that out to cut some others. All right, let's fold this and see what we got. Oh my gosh. Well, that worked out good, didn't it? So, well, I guess I need to go ahead and put, I know I'm thinking, you smell that smoke? I'm telling you, it's dangerous. I wonder if I should cut it here just so we have a little more trim so we can see that black. Lord, it's coming down now. All right, we're gonna do it. Hopefully it's enough, and then we'll save this for, I know, we should probably nothing, but you never know. And let's see if this is gonna work. I know I'm just turning something easy into something hard because I want some of that black on there. And see, I am gonna have to choppy a little more, huh? Maybe not. Maybe we'll just have to live with it. Oh gosh, is that not beautiful? Okay, I am gonna have to cut a little more because, like I said, oh, and I totally wasted. I could have had a half more inch of paper on there to use for something. I'm so sad. What can I tell you? All right, so we're gonna, I'm good with this. So we're gonna round these corners. Oh gosh, and then like, I don't even know what day, what the last rain before today's, I go in there to sew. Oh, because I was gonna sew, you know, those pockets that we did, and I'm like, oh my God, my lights aren't working. My sewing machine. That's because I have one of them surge protector plug-ins. And when the power went off. So I was panicking for no reason. Oh, but, you know, luckily I screwed my head back on. And, you know, after coming and flipping the breaker and all that stuff. And I'm like, I wonder if it's that power surge, which of course, oh, you had to climb under the table, move some junk to get to, but yep. Oh, so I was saved by that one. Oh my gosh, I love this paper. Okay, so now I am gonna use this, which is gonna take a hot minute for it to dry, but I do want it to, the center to stick. I'm gonna sew around it, so I'm not gonna glue, whatever the heck I'm doing. All the way around. And hopefully Ding Dong Candace will remember this is the front. I don't know. Y'all know I gotta take that ring off. It's twirling around. You know I have a problem with that. Are we even? Oh, I think it needs to go just a hair. Oh my gosh. I know. I'm gonna love this. It's so sad. I got so many issues. Oh. I know I had to go, after I let the dogs out earlier, I had to go make sure the tarp was good on John's little Sentra, and it was okay. So I was like, oh my gosh. All right, so this is that away. This is this way. Oh. But man, I'm telling you, what the heck? And there's got to be some places that are just like, in such a drought that it's not even funny. And here we are about to have to get a P-row boat. Shoot, I've upgraded. I need more than a P-row boat because, we need to bring other things with us. Oh, okay, let me just go ahead and go around here. Oh, y'all hear that? Thunder? I know, y'all. Think about poor little Fergie out there. Oh! I know she's not, spiritually out there. Oh! But man, I gotta go check make sure that, Lord, nothing's, oh, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. Okay. Now, while we're in here, while we're in here waiting for it to dry, do I want to just go ahead and sew some pockets in there? I don't know. Let's see. We have this sweet little stencil. What colors do we have in this stuff? I don't know. Oh, and I got my inks finally came in. Maybe I should be using one of those, huh? I think we're going to use the Summer Sky Blue. No, Stormy Sky. I'm bad. Oh. But if you'd like one of these stencils, one for me, one for you, S. Because I have an extra one. Oh, looky, where'd it go? Oh, Lord have mercy. See? Dun, 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 dun. All right, let me get that out of there. Okay, so blue. Let's put some blue in the background. Oh, it's feeling weird. I hope this is gonna stay. We're gonna have to check it. Oh yeah. Well, it's textured and it felt really weird when I was. you know, doing it. Sometimes your distress inks just, you know, they don't stick. That's why they got archival or stays on. But then you got to wait for forever for stays on to dry. But there's a reason for it to be called that. Okay, oops, let's just line it up over here so we can keep our pattern going. Oh, and someone asked me to share how little girl got her name. That was a John name. Like I said, we weren't intending on keeping her. Because she, you know, she was down in that field for weeks. You know, and when John would come home from work, he saw this little dog in there. So he, you know, it was probably like 2 weeks. You know, he tried to stop a few times, but she would run off. And, so finally one day he came home because he, you know, and anyway, he came home and he's getting like this, you know, some dog food. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, babe, there's this little puppy down there that's been for a couple of weeks in front of Dudley's. And he said, I've tried to stop to get her, or try to stop and get it, but it keeps running away. And he said, I know she's hungry because she's, okay, we didn't know it was a her yet. He said, I know it's hungry because it's just getting skinnier and skinnier. And she was, you know, you see how chunky she is now, but she was skin and bones when we got her because she was starving. Because, I mean, someone just dumped her on the road, you know, down here. I don't know if they drove her down here or just literally, I don't know. They had to have driven her down. There's no way she'd have wandered all the way down this road by herself. I don't know. But, so we go down there. And we don't see her. She's nowhere to be found. And I'm like, are you sure? He's like, yeah. So he goes over there to Dudley's porch, and he has his little food in the bowl, and he's calling for this dog. And I'm like, you know, if it wouldn't come to you before, it ain't gonna come to you now. He's like, you don't know that. So we're in the four-wheeler, so we drive home. We drive back. Well, I go to feed the horses, and I could see in the dark this white tail, because, you know, it's dark and they wouldn't have lights. So I could see this little white, we call her a little beacon, her little white tail just a flashing and a flashing. And so I went and put the dog food, because I cornered her in one of the stalls, and, you know, which she was freaking out, because she's obviously had been coming down and eating the little bit of sweet feed that was left over that the horses were doing. We figured that out. And so anyway, we got her, you know, we got her cornered in the thing, and I, you know, went and got her close enough to me to where she would come, because she, like I said, she was hungry. She didn't care. And so she did. Well, then she ended up a little while later, because we went and drove back home and stuff, because I didn't want to touch her, because she wouldn't let me touch her. She was growling at me, because, you know, she has attitude anyway. I know, I'm wondering, do I want, no, because we're going to put lace and all of this. So we were, oh, is that going to fit? Yep. So we get back home, and like a little while later, we heard these, because she used to could fit through the little side gate. Well, not no more, because she's chunky monkey. But, and we heard this little, you know, pitter patters on the porch. And I was like, well, that's odd. And sure enough, it's a little girl. So, because we always keep a bowl of water up there. And now we keep one upstairs and downstairs for whatever animals might come. But mainly for the kitties, because, you know, the dogs terrorize them when they come up here. So, you know, she goes off after she drinks some water and just, I mean, bebops down the road, you know, down the driveway. And we're like, oh, okay. Well, then later on that night, she comes back at night. And it was kind of cool, but it wasn't cold. And so she had stayed out on the porch and up top. And then, you know, we gave her some food. And, you know, she curled up on, we had a little rug out there. She curled up on the rug. And, you know, and every time we'd open the door, she, you know, like, would run. She didn't want to, you know, didn't want any part of us. So, so the next day, well, we had a crazy drop in temperature. Well, she was gone. I mean, you know, she was up and gone. And then later on, I don't know, that evening, 5-ish, you know, after John had come home, I guess she, you know, saw his car, saw him get out of the gate and everything. She's like, oh, hey, that's that people, that man again. So she came back up, and so she was up on the porch. And so we gave her more food and everything. And, I mean, and it got below 32 that night. And she was out there just cold, and John's like, hey, babe, she's freezing. Can we let her in? And we'd already discussed, you know, no more dogs. We had, I don't know, I think we had 3 already. I can't remember if we got her before Jake. We got her before Jake, so we only had 2. And I was like, oh, I told John, but you told me. He's like, well. And then he's like, can we let her in? I'm like, John, no. I mean, I really was the one that was like, no. And he's like, but she's freezing. And I said, well, give her a box. So we threw her. Okay, that night it wasn't that. It was the night before. It had got a little cold, but it wasn't freezing yet. And you know, she would go off, and we didn't know where she was. So whatever. And then you know, she'd be back there. Well, we surely thought she had puppies somewhere. But that's not the case. She didn't. Thank God. Oh, because we'd had whatever she had. I promise you, we'd have kept them. So anyway. So the next night is when it really got cold. That night we gave her a box, which she loves. This is her second box from, you know, our shop and everything that had brush comb mirror sets in there that she used to fit perfectly in there. Well, this her second box that she's gone through. You know, since we haven't, you know, done our business since, you know, John's cancer, I started having to duct tape it, package taping, gorilla tape. I mean, that puppy, I mean, that thing is just, I mean, it's taped up, but it survived. I mean, it's going on, God, 6 years in a cardboard box. That's her bed. And man, she loves that stupid bed. So anyway, so the next night is when it got really cold, you know, dropped below freezing. And, you know, she's out there, and you know, John's like, oh, she's shivering. I said, well, give her a big, you know, one of the fleece blankets. And so he gave it to her out there. Well, by now, it had been 3 days. By now, she's like, she wasn't really afraid of us, but she still didn't want no part of us. And so he, I know, do I want to, no, we'll leave them square. So he keeps looking out there, and he's like, babe, she's shivering. I'm like, oh my God, John. And I'm like, okay. I said, you give her a bath, she can come in. So he puts the little heater in the bathroom. He warms the bathroom up, gives that dog a bath. She's never been out there since. I have told y'all that. Well, anyway, we kept trying to figure out, you know, what could this dog's name? Because she had, you know, she came with a leather, you know, a big old thick leather collar, and but no dog tag, no name, no nothing. So we could never figure, you know, we called her all kinds of names. We still call her all kinds of names. But we would try to see if we couldn't maybe, you know, figure out something that she would come to. Nothing. I guess we should have just called her Hey. I don't know. So, I don't know. I guess it had been a couple of weeks that she'd been in here. And John's like, you know, we got to give that dog a name. Because we did. I think we used to call Hey. Come here, puppy. But she wasn't a puppy, you know. We brought her to the vet to see if she was chipped, and she wasn't chipped. And so I know, I can't talk and think. So she got all checked out, and the vet thinks that she was, you know, definitely a year old, maybe a little bit older, and that she had puppies, not recently, but, you know, before. So she had been bred. All right, this had a hole, so we're going to chop it right there where the hole is. So anyway, so John just started calling her little girl. I mean, it was like nothing, because she's just a little dog and she was a girl. And so that's how she got her name, because she was little and a girl. And then, you know, John, you know, she also answers to Girly Pie. Because, I mean, John would just call her that, or Pie Pie. I'm like, oh, good God. So, but yeah, that's how little girl got her name. Just because she was a stray. She was a dump off. You know, someone dumped her on this road. And John named her. And because, like I said, she was little. And because they consider her a toy beagle, a small beagle, because she's not regular size. She's a shorter version, and I didn't realize there was 2 versions. But, you know, the vet was like, well, you know, someone paid money for her. But I guess somebody didn't want her, because they sure did drop her booty off. Okay, and then if you don't ink all this stuff, you know, you save a lot of time. But, well, you know, I got to throw some on here. But, so, yep, that's how she got hers. All right, and then I had this over there, and of course I flipped it. What's on there? Stinky lilies. I know. But it's pretty. So we're going to put it in here. All right. And then I guess pampas. New pampas grass. All right, well, I guess we're just going to make it a little funky pocket. Why not? Okay, well, shoot. Now I've made it, you know. Okay. And then Jake, his real name is Jake from State Farm, because that's when those commercials came out when we got him. And after we decided to keep him, because he didn't have a name for like the 3 months that we had him. And after we decided to keep him, John said he's going to name his boy Jake from State Farm. So that's how Jake got named. And I named Rusty, because I couldn't think of a name. Well, John didn't like anything, and so I was like, why not Rusty? Because, you know, he's brownish and everything, and it just fit him, and that's how Ruru got his name. Oh, Rusty. All right, let's go ahead and, I know, I just trust this better on slicky stuff. Mia came already named. That was Robert's dog. She was my granddaughter first, my granddog first. I'll never forget when he sent me the first text and said, "You're going to be a grandma." And I was like, oh my God, I just knew he got his girlfriend pregnant. And then he sends me this picture of this little puppy. And I was like, oh my God. So, yeah. So Mia was our granddog first. And I guess she was maybe 2 years old. And Robert had, you know, he worked for this company that he had to go offshore a lot. And they would literally drop a hat, call him. And he, you know, he always had his go bag ready. And that's why him and that girl broke up, because she was just like, we can't plan nothing. We can't do nothing. Well, I'm sorry. That's his job. And sometimes you have to fly out to the ocean to a rig and whatever. I mean, you know, and he was on call. He got paid more money. But he kind of got tired. Oh, my God. The one time he went down to, oh, jeez. Oh. So I can't remember the country now. But they were literally escorted by armed guards with machine guns. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And when he got down there, they couldn't get him a flight back. And then the job wasn't ready when he got down there. So he's kind of stranded down there at Columbia. I mean, literally in this 5-star hotel that they put, they put him and another guy up in, and has like 12-foot, I mean, it looked like a prison. It had 12-foot, chain link fence with barbed wire, floodlights on there, patrols on the corners, and and then I didn't even know he was down there because his phone, didn't connect to mine, and so I didn't hear from him. I've told the story too, and I freaked out. Called where he worked and told them, look, I hadn't heard from my son in 3 days. I said, he hasn't called me, hasn't returned me, hasn't even texted, and I said, something's wrong, and I want to know where he is. And so that lady found his boss, who was able to get a message to him, and, Robert called me and told me that, the situation, that he's stuck down there in Colombia, he doesn't speak any Spanish, and he said, there ain't nobody here that speaks a lick of English. Oh, but anyway, that was quite the experience. But boy, let me tell you, I'll find you. I always told my kids, you might think you can run and hide, but your mama can find you, and I proved it right there. Oh, and Robert's like, well, I texted you before we were, he says, because I literally got the call, had my bag ready, and got on the plane, and he said, I texted you before. He said, literally, Mama, I was on the plane, on the runway, and I'm like, oh, I better text my mom. And I'm like, well, I didn't get it. And he's like, it's always like this damn phone. Because, Androids and iPhones don't mix well sometimes. So anyway, and I am just going to, I don't know, we might just leave that on there for giggles. But, oh, yeah. Well, then turns out they get stranded down there because they can't get a flight out because there's literally warfare going on, and the drug lords had attacked, and the plant that they were trying to go to got shut down. They couldn't even get back on, get there. They couldn't get a flight out. So he literally panicked. Well, I'm panicking because I'm like, oh, hell no. And Robert's like, Mama, I might need you to buy me a regular plane ticket to get me out of here, so I don't know how I'm going to get out. Because he said, I don't want to be here. Well, like the next day, they were able to get everybody out of there, but I was like, And Robert's like, oh, I'm not into this. And I'm like, I'm not into this either. Oh my gosh, there's just not enough money. It's just, they're crazy. There's just not enough money. Oh, and then I thought we'd put a couple maps in here. Because, we had them hanging out, and they're pretty. And the green goes in there. Hey, there's Queensland. Where's, that's where Karen lives. Yo. Hey, Karen. Alright, so we'll cut a little bit off. But yeah, boy. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you. That was the worst one. I mean, he'd been to some crazy stuff, did some crazy things, crazy places, and Lord. But that one, nope. I didn't like that at all. Freak a mama out. All right, while we're here, let's go ahead and put, oh, I put them up. Let's put some dots and squares on here too, just to give these white pages. Let's give these white pages some personality. Ooh, you hear that thunder? Lord. And I'm just going to dab this on with, okay, maybe a little wrist action. Oh, but yep. It's so funny. His boss, was like, man, you can't hide from your mama. And Robert's like, oh, He's like, there's a lot of people you can hide from. He said, but you can't hide from that woman. I mean, I had talents back in the day. I could, I could stress you out. Intimidate you. That's what my hairdresser tells me. She's like, oh, girl, she says, I remember the first time you came here. She says, you intimidated me. She goes, I was so scared. It's only because I got a really bad haircut the first time from a place, and then I had to wait for it to kind of grow out. And thank God I didn't, I didn't interact with humans, because, oh my God, it was so bad. And, she was talking about that the last time. I was like, oh my gosh. And I told her, so I figured it couldn't, it couldn't be any worse than what I had. And she was like, no. I'm like, I know. Oh, golly. I'm sorry. If people can't cut basic hair, you don't need to let them graduate from haircut in school. All right. There's that one that has some stuff on it. I know we'll have to come back and do this. It's just easier if, to stencil it beforehand. Here's another one. I don't know. Oh, we do have somebody that's in Africa. I forget her name. I have to look on the happy list. Ooh, did I just stick that in there? I think I did. Well, I sure did. Look at that blue on there. Doggone it, Candace. Well, this time, we're going to put our dots in blue. I know, I didn't clean it, so it's going to be a little grungy. Oh, well. It always, looks better when it's got multiple colors. Oh, my gosh. Where's my, I don't know. I know I need to rub it off. Let me get another napkin. I got a little too much. Yeah, there we go. Got a little too much brown going on there. Okay. And then, I don't know. We'll pounce. I guess they call this pouncing in the stencil world. We'll pounce a little brown on here. All right, we pounced. Wow. Okay, that's pretty. All right, where'd this other one go? Yoo-hoo! Right here. All right, let's go ahead and do our little stencil lightly. I know I have to, just so there'll be a little something here and there. Oops, I just felt that move. Just so it's not so naked white. All right, pretty. Oh, I don't know why I put that up. I've got one more. That we got to pretty. I'm trying to think, what did I eat for lunch? Oh, I don't think I did. I had chaffles earlier because my eyes are itching. I know this weather's definitely stirred up some pollen and junk, because, man, I've had itchy eyes since yesterday. Worse than usual. I mean, I have itchy eyes most of the time, but whew. I know, I'm sure eating all those cookies didn't help it. But they were good. Okie-dokie, we got that one. Now, let's put the lid on it before I stick it in the wrong thing again. Let's see, we got this here. Let's put a little bit of this. Nah, I don't know. Let's see if I can wash my hands again. Let's put some of this flour on here. Cute. I know, it doesn't take a lot just to give it a little more personality. Trumped up personality. I know. Okay. I know. It's supposed to be quick and easy, but this is. Just, you know, grab some stencils and swirly-durly it. Alright, so then I had this, oops, upside down, that I thought we would just put in as a little pocket tuck. So we'll just go ahead and use the 2-inchers. Do a little hole. Do a little dance. Making love. Get down tonight. I know. I'm telling you. It's a non-stop. Casey and the Sunshine Band. Yeah. Boogie shoes. Black cherry, you sexy thing. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you. So you know all that stuff because when you was little in the early 70s, in late 60s, you didn't get to watch TV. You listened to the music or you was outside playing like crazy people. We were. Kids were crazy back then. I know. We were called yard apes. You ever seen a bunch of kids running around, jumping off of rooftops? That was us. Oh, we were something. We were something. And we were just, oh gosh, I'm telling you. I don't know how we survived. I mean, the crazy stuff we did. I mean, we were rough. And then our mom let us jump off the roof and stuff. Well, shoot. I guess as long as it was out of her hair, she didn't care. But, yep. Man, I'm telling you, I remember we used to make our own slip and slides out of trash bags. And we'd hook it to the bottom of the slide on the swing set. And we'd put soap, you know, laundry soap. Well, I guess it was kitchen soap, you know, that squish liquid stuff, on that slide. Man, we'd hit those trash bags like nobody's business. You know, and then after it got, you know, wet a little while, it kind of hurt your butt because, you know, you made some ruts in the ground and whoo, yeah. Let me tell you, we'll save that for another thing. All right, I got this paper over there from packing. Let's see, I know I've lost my, my thingy. Is he? No. Okay, well, let's do it this way. Oh, and then, you know, we had this thing called a whirly bird. I don't know if any of y'all had one of those when you was a child. It was metal, and 4 people sat on it, and you pushed and pulled, you know, with your hands, and you went round and round and round. Oh, man. Yeah. How we did not break body parts, I don't know. I guess we were just tougher. I don't know. Because, I mean, we... Oh. And then nothing like, you know, riding your bike and swimming in the streets after a hurricane and everything. Because, you know, it always got deep there. And so you had a free pool. We didn't care. It was sad. Oh. All right, let me see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, there we got that. 8, 9, 10. The big fat hen. 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, we got 14 things. I think we're just gonna, you know, call this little thing good, and then I guess we'll go ahead and put this. Add this one to it too. Oh, let's poke our hole before we do. Why not put 2 in there? But yep, gone are the days when you could tell your mom, see you later. And as long as you was home by dark. And I mean, you knew what time when dinner was because, well, whoever's house you was at, their mama was cooking. You're like, oh, I guess I better get home. So you get on your little bicycle and off you go back to your own house. Or you call and, you know, because you got invited over to eat and, you know, to stay and stuff. So, but, yep. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of crazies out there then, but, you know, we didn't know it. They weren't so many. Oh, but yep, now it's just so dangerous for kids. It's so sad. Okay, let me just smush that down a little better. Then we'll glue you. All right, I'm going to glue this, and I'm going to go sew around there, and then I'll be right back. Hi, guys, I'm back. Oh, I turned it off instead of paused it. So, but anyway, I got it sewed. So there's our front. There's the inside. I know, it's a nice sturdy one, too, from that Sketcher's journal. Oh, okay, so now we just got to decide what we're going to, you know, put inside. So, we have just a hot mess. All right, so I guess okay, that'd be pretty with the little layer there. We have that, which, I don't know. Maybe we'll put that in the center since it has pockets. Oh, and then we have like the blue and the blue. Oh, will that fit? Because it's hanging out. Yep. Okay, Candace. Don't fret. Okay, so we got that and that. All right, and what else? We have, this is a plain piece and this is a plain piece, okay? Yeah. Okay, so we got those. Now we need to put in these. Oops, I pinched myself. I'm trying to get some glue off my fingers, and I pinched my leg. Uh-oh. See, that's going to be not enough. That's a word. Upside down. Okay, well, maybe we'll that way. Yep. So we'll put it that away. Because I need some division on here. I don't know, let's stagger this a little more. I don't know, why not? Oh my gosh. When I was at the grocery store yesterday, there's this cashier there. She was asking she's talking, I mean, because there's nobody in line. And she's asking this girl, well, if I'm only here for 8 hours, no, 4 hours, I get paid $8 an hour, what does that equal? And the girl's like, what do you mean? She's like, what is 8 times 4? And I looked at her like she was stupid as a rock. Okay? She was. And I said, 32. Oh, that's it? That's all I make is $32 for being here? And I'm like, hey, it's a job. She's like, and then the other girl's like, really? That's all we make? And I'm just like, oh my God. So that was their conversation. And then she's like, well, if I work 8 hours, what is that going to be? And I'm going, freaking double 32. I said it's 64. She's like, I only make $64 a day if I'm here for 8 hours. And I'm going out the store. I said, and don't forget to take away your taxes from that. And so I left them with that. Oh my God. People. Teachers, do not pass these kids if they can't multiply 8 times 4. Oh my God. This is our future. Oh. It is so scary. But, oh my God, I'm telling you. And what's so sad is usually like, oh, you know, it's so sweet if they were joking. No, they were serious as a heart attack. They did not have a clue. Not just a clue, but a clue. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, it's so sad. So sad. It is. All right, where's my other one? He's in there because I'm just too busy whining. I'm sorry. That is perfectly needed. Oh, Lord. And all I could think of is, thank God, you know, she doesn't have to figure out how much cash to give anybody because, you know, the computer does it. How she even learned how to operate that is beyond me. Oh. People, people, people. Okay, we'll put that there. And do I have something here? No, but I want line on line. Do I want white on white? Well, we might just have to because I don't want line on line, but I want this in here. Oh, I'm telling you. All right, so I need another piece of paper in here because I don't like how much there is there. Okay. But now, I'll be honest with you, I have trouble with my 9s. But I just, you know, learned that, you know, you just double them. You know, 8 and 8 is 16, 16 is 32, so that's 8 times 4 and 8 times 8. I mean, 64, you know what I mean? Oh. I'm floored. Okay, so let's get rid of this white. And then let's see. Well, heck, we'll just get rid of this down here. And then I guess we'll chop off the dots. So people, please make sure your children know how to multiply, the basics. It is so important. But, I mean, the fact that the two of them were so upset that that's all they were making. I'm like, oh my God. Oh. I'm sorry. I find that a bit humorous, a bit sad, but, oh. But yep, I did leave them in a situation. I mean, hello. And then the one girl's like, because she got, got off in her shift was 4 hours. She goes, well, you think they'd let me stay longer? And the other girl's like, I mean, and the one girl's checking on me the whole time while they're, just yakking. And she's oh no, I forget what the name, so-and-so, they won't let you stay. She says, they're cheap like that. And I'm like, well, hello. Let's put some, whoa. Well, peel paint's more yellowy. I don't want no peel. I don't want no yellow. But yep. So, I guess I inadvertently ruined some people's day. By adding and subtracting. Well, I'm bad. Multiplying. Because they sure couldn't. Oh. Yep. I'm sorry. It's 8.00, not 80.00. I'm sorry. They wouldn't have been able to figure that out either. Anyway. I'll shut up. Oh, because I'm about to be mean. Okie dokie. Oh, this goes in here. See? Because I'm running my mouth. All right, well now, I feel better because I have something to go in here, because that was just, oh, was it here? Yeah, because that was just too much space from one to the other. Because one thing leads to another. Oh, and now that I did that, I know I'm wanting to chop it off because I want some of that to show. I know. Oh. Brianna and Emily, I sure hope y'all can multiply. Jason, I know you can't, so. And I know my son can't. Shoot, he still don't know what the months are. It used to irritate me so bad when he was little. Mama, when's my birthday? Because Christmas coming around. Is my birthday before Christmas? I'm like, no, your birthday's after Christmas. I mean, Lord. Figure it out. All right. There's our stuff. Now that I'm just being mean. Okay. So, I only got 2 minutes left. So this is what's going to go in here. So I guess we'll stick it in there. Get our paper clips on. Well, what's my middle? Oh, that, what you dinky? Book page right there. Okay. So we'll get ready for it to be poked. Ooh, man, that's just like... just in the nick. The knickerbobbles. Knickerdoodles. Snicky doodle. Oh, that would be a snickerdoodle. Oh, that's a candy. That's a cookie. Oh, don't start talking about food. All right, well, we got it ready to sew in. Okay, let me put this back. It's getting ready to go beep, 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 beep. So, let me get our needle and thread and everything ready, and then I will be back in a few minutes, and we will sew this in, and then, like I said, we are going to use our Surprise Me pack and just slap some stuff on there. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing some of your time with me. Thanks for sharing some of your day with me. I will see you on the next video. So lots of kisses, lots of love. Y'all have a great day and a blessed day. Bye, guys.